Hello, it's Daisy, and I'm back here trying to learn some coding. Some interesting things happened yesterday, things I'm kind of excited to get into, but basically, I'm now on day 19 of trying to teach myself some Python, teach myself to code. I kind of skipped over day 18 because yesterday I missed streaming for the first time since I started doing this. I was trying to stream every day, but I wasn't really just doing it for the sake of a streak, so, I'm not bothered that I missed a day. I was really doing it to motivate myself to come back to coding every single day, even if it's just for a bit. And I did do some coding yesterday, or I did some tutorials, what was I gonna say? I did do some coding and stuff, so I consider that day 18, even though it was off stream. And I looked at my code, the one that I couldn't figure out. I just could not figure out what I was doing wrong, and so I did something that I was generally trying to avoid, which is I asked an AI it was Google Gemini. I asked it to help me. I didn't show it my code. I basically told it the issue I was having, and embarrassingly enough, it turned out to be an issue I had solved previously. But the AI didn't just fix the issue. It explained exactly why it worked that way, which is something I didn't figure out when I had first had the issue. If you've seen any of my other videos earlier in this free code camp tutorial, I was trying to build another function in an RPG character generator, and I had this exact same problem where I right here I'm trying to have it check if n does not equal int, but what you're supposed to do is have it check the type like this. Check if it doesn't equal it's not the int type. So sorry, is not. Oh, I guess that didn't fix it. But still, I think I was supposed to use is instant. But basically, the issue. Sorry, I think I need to review what the AI was talking about. I don't think I was paying enough attention, but basically, it explained everything, and I kind of skimmed through it, and obviously I didn't commit it to memory, but I realized it was basically trying to explain to me something I didn't know before. And if I realized that if I had really just kept at it, if I just kept staring at my code and sort of tried to brute force figure out what was going wrong, I would have solved it again. Because I did that before with the other project I did with the other lab, the RPG one, and if I had done it like that, I certainly would have had a deeper understanding. If I had solved it again myself by just trying to brute force figure it out, and going back through the tutorials until I found what I was missing, I would have figured it out again. And if I had done that over and over, with different projects and different labs, maybe I would have gained some insight just on my own as to what was going wrong. But the thing is, you could kind of say the same thing about all of these tutorials, because the AI didn't just straight up hand the answer to me. It tried to help me understand what I wasn't getting. And the main reason I had been trying to avoid using AI is because basically there was this streamer, VTuber called Ellie Minibot, who kind of explained that she felt that AI was not necessarily entirely bad, but that it was causing newer coders who use it to search for instance, if it's an issue where you know exactly what you want your code to do, but it's not doing it. You just need the syntax, you kind of just need the exact method to do it, but you don't know exactly what to type in, but you know what you're trying to build. Usually what you're supposed to do is go looking through documentation or on forums or something and go find the syntax you're looking for. And that's a skill set in and of itself. And if you just use AI for that, you're not going to build a critical skill set. Basically, you're not going to build an important skill in learning to code, because the AI will just hand you the answer every single time. And I was like, that there's a lot of that that sounds pretty reasonable. So I was trying to avoid doing that specifically so that I could develop a skill of looking through the tutorials or looking through the documentation to find what I'm looking for. But the thing is, like, there are lots of people who've learned to code by brute forcing it, like right from the beginning. Like, they had hardly any tutorials or almost no tutorial at all, and they just kept trying things until it worked. And they certainly ended up with a much deeper understanding of how the computer works and how the code works by the end of it. But it also took them a whole lot longer. And then on the reverse of that, you've got like vibe coders, or people who rely very heavily on AI, or just on tutorials in general. They just like watch tons and tons of tutorials or go through lots of tutorials and just like lean on those, lean on being told exactly what to type in. And they probably have a much more like accelerated, they manage to build things and get to building things without having to build up that much skill initially, and they're able to build like projects pretty quickly, but they don't have a very deep understanding of coding. And I feel like there's a balance in between there where you're like, and that's where I'm kind of at, because I'm using a tutorial. It's telling me everything. I don't have to figure out most of the stuff for myself because the free code camp tutorial is showing me everything, but I also have to do things for myself. Like, it's a little bit of both. So essentially, like, if you had a, instead of an AI, like if you had a teacher right by your side, and you needed an answer, like if you needed your syntax for whatever thing you're trying to do, and you just don't know what the syntax is that you need to type in, but you know exactly what you want it to do, and you asked like, hey teacher, like, tell me what syntax to use, and they just told you, that would be bad teaching, because you wouldn't learn anything from that. They would just give you the answer, But on the other hand, if you like made your code work but you didn't understand what made it work, or if you're trying to figure out why it's broken and you just don't know what's breaking it, and even if you just sit and like try to brute force it and like type things in until it works, once it does work, you wouldn't gain an understanding right away of what made it not work in the first place and what made it start working. And so if you had a teacher explain that to you, that would be a good teaching. They would actually help you learn something, right? And that's why these tutorials are kind of good tutorials too, because they aren't just handing me every single answer. I'm learning a lot by doing this. And I think that in that sense, hold on. Give me one quick second. Sorry, I thought I heard my niece. But yeah, I basically, the way that I ended up using the AI, I was really scared of the AI essentially robbing me of the learning experience of finding answers for myself. But what it ended up doing was helping me understand something that I didn't understand before. And I could have come to that understanding myself if I had brute forced it, if I had sat and tried to solve the issue again, and then the next time I ran into the issue, solved it myself again, and done that several times, and through sheer experience, I would have probably figured out what was going wrong. But it just would have taken a lot more straight up trial and error. Whereas, the more you're forced to do that, the deeper your understanding will go, but it will still take you longer to learn. And I'm not trying to take as long as physically possible to learn. I'm trying to be able to like build projects and stuff eventually, or do something. And essentially, I think, I gained a little bit of insight into the use of AI and how it did sort of, like, by getting the answer from it, it did kind of rob me of the learning experience of being forced to do it myself, but it didn't entirely rob me of learning anything new. It explained to me something I didn't understand before. I probably need to review that again, because it seems to have slipped from my mind. Probably not a very good, argument in favor of AI, but still, like, the fact that I now have that chat to like review is not much different than how I can go back and review these tutorials if I need answers. It's very similar, like there's just a fine balance, I think. I never had the goal of like strictly never using AI to code. I figured it would always come up at some point in this new world we're living in, but I intended to use it minimally, and try to make sure that if I can, I want to build up the skill of being able to find answers for myself. But if I am going to get an answer from an AI, I like that it can teach me things. It can help me gain insights into things I didn't understand. And in that sense, I consider it kind of just like a teacher, not exactly handing me answers, but helping me understand something. And if I was forced to just figure it out for myself, I probably would have a deeper, stronger understanding, but it would just be a slower and more difficult road. And so, for some people, maybe that's exactly what they want, to figure every single thing out for themselves, because then, they'll like, have a much deeper understanding. And other people want to be given all the answers. And that's not me, but, if that's what you want to do, if you don't want to understand the coding, but you want to be given all the answers, then that's kind of vibe coding, I kind of intended to be somewhere in the middle there, where I can take tutorials like this and stand on the shoulders of giants, take advantage of people who came before me who had to figure this stuff out by themselves, and now they can just explain to me how to do it, but not hold my hand too tightly, like not like, I don't, I want to kind of avoid the training wheels, but I also don't want to like get dumped off in the deep end. Anyway, I feel that kind of, I think maybe it would have been better to not use the AI, but I'm glad I did. I don't regret it, because I feel I definitely learned something. At the very least, I learned about what AI can offer me in terms of actually learning. Oh, sorry, that's my phone. But yeah, anyway, speaking of which, I should probably look at that answer it gave me, or not answer it gave me, but that logic it tried to explain to me. Yeah, so I would have to... Would it work like this? Hold on. If type n is int. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, is not int. Yeah. So if type n is not int, or here's another one. This one I did not find last time I went looking for the answer, but oh, whoopsie daisy, hit enter compliance. But we can say if is instance and say n int, and then whoops, I should have needed a comma there, and then we have to say not if not is instance, Although, type, yeah, the type one, in my opinion, the type way kind of makes it clearer for me, but the AI says that this is more Pythonic because it also handles inheritance, which I don't fully understand, but that's the same as most of the tutorials I've done. They kind of explain concepts and try to get you used to concepts that are going to show up later. So I will try, and also this is harder for me to remember than type, so I'll try to, it's all the more reason to try to learn it. And then really quick, let's see if the 0 thing works. It did work last I checked. Yeah, argument must be greater than 0. Yeah, 5. Okay. So, we've solved that. Also, I should go to bed soon. I stayed up not that late tonight. But instead of using my extra time to code more, I'd like to use that extra time to get to sleep sooner. Because, you know, the sooner I get to sleep, what is it? It's 3 a.m. now. Yeah, I shouldn't stay on much longer. I mostly wanted to give an update about the whole AI thing. I feel like I did a lot of learning off stream from that. But again, I'm going to try to use it minimally, and whenever I do like cave in and feel the need to use AI, I'm going to try to make sure I'm learning something from it rather than it just giving me an answer, which in this case it sort of gave me an answer, but also, you know, I definitely would not have, I might have eventually figured out, I'm just realizing this now, I might have eventually figured out the whole type thing, but I most certainly would not have, like, randomly thought to use is instance, because I totally forgot that that's even a thing. So it kind of reinforced something, helped me review something I already learned, while also, helping me learn something new. Anyway, overall, even though I tried to avoid using AI, I definitely don't regret it. I plan to use it in the future, but still try to keep it at a minimum. So, anyway, I'll try to add some more stuff to this, figure out whatever I gotta figure out next, and then I'll probably hop off. Try to get to bed as early as I can. Let's see. So, what was it? So number pattern uses a for loop for number in range, and from 1 up to n, and included. Now, so basically, we wanted it, if we type in 5, we wanted it not to say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is normal. We wanted it to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That part, oh yeah, I forgot I put a comment there. This should start at 1 and go up to, and include n. And if it's not an integer, it must be an integer. So yeah, that last part is all we need to do to finish this lab, and maybe I can do the review and the code and the quiz after that, unless I take too much time trying to figure this out. Let's see. So number pattern. Yeah, I hope I didn't. I was thinking about a lot of this AI and like all that stuff earlier, so I hope I didn't forget anything that I wanted to mention, but. Sorry, my brain is still there. I was very excited to talk about that. Yeah. Let's see. And I'm going to try to remember this is instance thing, because that definitely will be useful in the future, especially if I'm going to learn about class inheritance, whatever that is. Let's see. Yeah, what would make it so that, so number in range n, so range goes from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. String, should I just say, would it literally just be 1 plus whatever the number is? I think it's actually, I think that might be our solution here. Plus, nope. 12 and 9. Int, not a string. Oh, crud. Oh, wait, never mind. I'm a fool. Number +1, I bet. That'll solve it. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, I think we're done. Oh, what did I do? What's wrong? What did I miss? None of them worked? What? Number pattern 4? It should return 1, 2, 3, 4. It did. Oh. It has to have spaces in between. Huh. Well, I imagine that's not going to be too difficult, but this should print spaces between the numbers. Yeah, I might just stop with this whole guitar thing. It's cute, but it's just weird. I don't want to get used to like hearing guitar all the time while I'm typing things. Let's see. Actually, I'm just gonna do that before I forget. Menu, settings. Sorry, it was fun while it lasted. I'm gonna miss it though. No, I'll leave it on. We're not gonna be on Free Code Camp forever. Eventually, we gotta move on. Although I do intend to be on Free Code Camp for quite a while. I want to finish this Python certification thing, and then go back and do the older Python certification thingies, and see how that all works out. And then I don't know what I'm gonna do after that. I gotta start doing like real. Well, I don't know. I don't know how much. I don't know how deep this website dives in. Am I gonna do any like real projects? If it's intended to give you a certification, then they've got to do real projects, right? Let me check real quick because I love procrastinating. Yep, certification project. It refers to it as a project. But no, it says lab in this lab. User configuration manager that allows users to manage their settings such as theme, language, and notifications. Yeah. Also, yeah, one more thing I was thinking about is that I'm always feeling like the pressure to end, like, now I'm like trying to get to bed all the time, and so I'm feeling the pressure of like trying to end stream and like stop coding so that I can like not miss out on sleep. I'm recently like sleeping better. For some reason I could only sleep 6 hours, like even like with no alarm, and when I have like a day off or when I don't have like anything to do that day, I still just wake up after 6 hours and like can't sleep anymore. But recently I'm back to normal. I'm sleeping 8 hours, but that means I'm sleeping pretty late in the day every time that I stay up late. So I'm thinking I need to start doing this in like the evenings or the afternoons or something. Probably the evenings, but not like right before bed. Yeah, anyhow. Yeah, what am I looking at again? This is what a project looks like. User stories. So it's gonna have, oh boy, it's a lot of stuff. I'm probably gonna know more by the time I get here, hopefully. But yeah, I guess this counts as a project. I mean, even these labs, they do feel like mini projects. Anyway, so how do we put spaces? So it adds, I mean, I could just like literally put a space, but then that'll have a space after the numbers. Like, here's what I'm thinking. We could just say this plus. Oh wait, no, it's got to be a space. But see, yeah, there it is before. It puts a space before the 1, which is a little weird. And then in this case, if we do that, it'll have a feeling that might like pass the test, but if there's a way to make it so there isn't a space after the 4, like so that for each one in the range, it'll do a space if there's something that comes after it. I mean, I don't know. Isn't the kind of thing I need to like devote time to though? I mean, I guess I should. That would, in the long run, that would make me better coder, but I feel like I could also just move on to learn like important things, and if this comes up again, I'll figure it out in the future. We'll burn that bridge when we get to it, as they say. Goodness gracious. 4 number in range. Each one prints it +1 and then puts a space. I feel like this might involve commas somehow. Maybe it just has something to do with, because I did this, I don't know if they intended for me to do it by like creating an empty string and then just adding things to the empty string. Part of me feels like maybe I was supposed to do it in some other way where it like just makes the whole string. Because if that's the case, then I'm just wasting time trying to think of another solution. Because it'll just be like impossible in the state that this is in. I'm just gonna run the test because I kind of want to just move on. Nope, it didn't work. Yeah, it's because, yeah. Number pattern should return a space-separated list of numbers for any positive integer. But instead, it has a space here. It's not supposed to have that. Oh boy, okay, so I really did mess that up. I need to not do that, so... Dang. Well, at least they're not letting me take the easy way out. Print spaces between the numbers. Oh, but it's gonna be a huge bummer if, like, it means I have to, like, rewrite the entire thing and not do it this way where I'm adding to a string. That made everything so simple for me. Maybe there's a way to put spaces between numbers. Okay, well, here we go. I'm gonna... okay. Oh boy. You know something? I just realized that what are lists? What are common methods used for lists? Tuples. Oh boy. I think they intended for me to make this a list. Oh, wait a second. Okay, maybe I can make it in. Maybe I can just switch this thing and make it a list instead. And then at the end of the function, I'll just convert it into a string, right? Okay, we're gonna have to look through all these and see if there's something. Okay, yeah, they definitely intended for me to make a list. I just realized, like, this came after all this list stuff, list tutorials, and then I didn't include a list at all. So they totally... But yeah, this seems fixable. Maybe I can just make it a list. I still want to go to bed soon, so we're not gonna... Probably, I might just have to come back to this tomorrow, and that might be at some point, not right before bed. Yeah, because you can turn it into a list. Can you turn a list into a string? Let's see. Okay, internal methods. if my plus equals thing will work for a list. Alright, here goes nothing. I'm just gonna... Oh, well, no. Oh, and if that's the case, then here I converted the numbers into a string so they would go in the string. But if it's a list that I'm turning into a string at the end, then I might be able to just make this, like, let it... Okay, let's do this. I'm just going to rename it list so I don't get too confused. Oh no, that's a keyword. Well, then capitalize it. List. It's probably not very good coding practice, but I don't care. Yeah, I think it's going to keep throwing an error until I change everything. List. Okay, so let's also remove this part. Oh, wait. Int object is not iterable. Okay, so never mind that. Actually, we needed that. So now it shows it 1, 2, 3, 4. Return list. Okay, so maybe. Yeah, so right here. Hold on. Yeah. I'm gonna leave myself a comment again. Alright. Turn the list into a string. See, since they are in this string, I think they'll be separated by spaces. There's definitely, I'm like almost certain there's a way to turn it into a string. It's just here somewhere, and I just don't. Numbers.insert, remove, pop, clear, sorted, no. Nope. Nope. Okay, none of that. Common methods. What are tuples? Enumerate. Oh boy, let's just use documentation. Okay, alright. We don't need any of that. Search this documentation. Oh boy. Okay. List. Oh boy. Yeah, this is not. Oh, wait. Oh, jeez. It moved right when I clicked. I hate that. Hate that so much. Okay, class list. Okay. So there's a list. Gonna get turned into a string. Let's see. So we can sort it. Oh, okay. It's not gonna. That's just it. We're done with lists. Should I just Google it? I mean, that's pretty much how you code, right? Like Googling things. Oh, wait. String methods. String, f-string, print. No. Wait a second. Can I just use an f-string? No. Can I? F. Return F. Or no, wait, not that. We would say list. No, wait. Number. What do I call? Now I'm just trying to think of the name. I'm just gonna say. I don't know, thing. I don't care. Okay, thing is F. Oh wait, I'll just call it string. What am I thinking? Because that's what we need to return. String equals F. And I'll say return string. Oops, what am I doing? Okay. String equals F. And then what? List. Capital list. Oh boy, I hope this. No. Okay, so F string is not the way to do it. Okay. But here we are. String equals something, return string. Oh boy. I feel like the answer is so close. God, this list thing is such a terrible name. Such a bad name for a variable. Okay. What do I do? Let me turn my list into a thing. Man, I should just Google it, but I want to find it myself. I really want to find it myself. String method? No, I need a list method. How do I make a list into a string? Format? No, that can't be right. No, okay, that doesn't work with a list. Oh boy. Maybe I should just take the empty string and tell it to add. No, that would just do the same thing that I did before. It's not in here. It's not here. What am I even doing? Okay. Built-in types, truth value testing, booleans, comparisons, numeric types. No. Iterator types. It would be iterator types. No. Sequence types. Okay. Maybe it's around here. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna check the basics thing actually. Oh, whoops. Where is it? Review. Alright. Nope, not that. No. Wait a second. Can I just say for number in... It says the function should return this though, not just print it itself. It returns it so that you can print the function itself. So... No, okay, yeah, that wouldn't solve my problem. Could I just put return here? For n in range. Return string plus number 1. Or string of number plus 1. Wait, so this adds... Why did that not work before? Why does it have to be a string? A list can have integers in it. Can I just say int? No, why not? Int object is not iterable? Why does it need to be iterable? Why? I don't... Why? How come I can only put the numbers in the list if they're a string? Because now it doesn't really seem to make sense. Can I just concatenate? 'Cause since I already made them strings, maybe I can concatenate. Oh no, but then it won't put spaces in between. I need the commas that are part of the list to be part of it. See, print lists, that doesn't work. No. Yeah, this might be a tomorrow Daisy's problem. This might be a tomorrow problem. I might just have to try and figure this out. Or I can Google it. Oh wait, this is when you can extract portions of a string. But you can use this on lists, right? This is string slicing. Whoa, what does that print out though? List slicing? I need list slicing. Did we go over list slicing at some point? Split. I know there... Wait. Okay, that could work. All right, I'm gonna do a lot of editing here. I'm gonna undo everything I did, because I may have just figured it out. If this doesn't work, then, I mean, that's what I get. I still have to figure out something, and this could work. Okay, I'm gonna try to strip the white space, because we just figured, I just remembered I can do that. Okay, we're gonna do the plus space thing. Oops. Okay, and then string dot strip. Oops, that's not right. Wait, okay. But does it put a space there? But why would it? I stripped it. That's white space, right? Okay, it's the list thing. Let's type in LST. Yeah, let's see, that's not a thing. Let's do LST instead of capital list. That's silly. At least now I have a good excuse to fix it. Actually, LST looks like first. Not the most readable thing. I'll make it a big L. Because that's what this entire code is for me. It's a big L. Take that away. LST. Okay. Turn the LST into a string. Okay, we're back here. Good grief. This, right, I'm certain there's something I can do to turn it into a string with with spaces. All my hair is gonna fall out by the end of this. Maybe it's also, I hope I didn't mess it up by saying return string dot strip. Like maybe I should have like done a thing where it's like this equals and then sent and then returned that variable. All right, well, see, join is used to join elements of an iterable into a string with a separator. An iterable is a collection of elements that can be looped over like a list. So okay, so space dot join lst. Okay, return space dot join lst. Oh my god, what did I do wrong this time? What did I not do? Okay, so hold on, if I do 12. Wait, what? Oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, okay, hold on, let me check this out. What? Why does it do that? What made it do that? Is it because they're strings? I don't understand number. But why does it separate the 10, 11, and 12? That's why they did this. They knew that this was a problem, so they made it so it has to go up above into the double digits. Because, okay, we just opened up a whole new can of worms, but we're learning more and more with every passing minute. And, oh my god, it's gonna be 3:30. I need to go to bed at least 4. I should stop this now and figure this out tomorrow. That's what would be best. Man, I cannot believe that. We were so close. Okay, let me, just so I don't forget, I'm gonna do that space dot join, put lst in there, and then say, okay, turn lst into a string with spaces. Let's say, fix this so the double digits are not spaced. I always have a hard time spelling separate. I'd like to put an E after the P, but it's not supposed to be that. Okay, fix this so the double digits are not separated. So, okay, so it creates a list. Actually, I just realized also, what if I make this like 0 or something? Or let's make it a string. So now it's not even typing out my thing it was supposed to type. The argument must be an integer value. Because, why is that in line 12 and line 7? Okay, well, here, I think I can fix that really quick. Let's just move this over, and then make it an else. Oh, whoops. That's in the wrong place. Make this an else. Oh, oops. Oopsie daisy. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Here's the else. Okay. Well. So it's separating out all those letters. Okay. Well, okay. At least I know it's not working in that way. Like I'm learning more and more. So now let's make it 0. Argument must be an integer greater than 0. So it in this case that's weird. So it adds, because what it's got to be doing is it's taking the list, which is empty, and when my if and elif statement work, it sticks that string into the list. So it's just basically a list. Okay, really quick. Yeah, just to confirm that everything's doing what I think it is there. Yeah, it takes every single letter from the string and adds it to the list. Actually, that might be exactly why this problem is happening, because it's not. I thought it would add the string to the list as one like piece of data. I didn't think it would like take every single letter in the list and iterate through the whole list and add everything, or iterate through the whole string and add them every letter as separate things in the list. I can't imagine why that would happen. And maybe I can say dot join, but with an empty string. Am I allowed to do that? Okay, alright. Well, that's stupid though. That doesn't solve my issue, because then if I make it 12, yeah, we're back to that problem where it's not spacing out the numbers. Okay, so the solution is not join. Or maybe that could be the solution if it wasn't. See, and this is another issue, is because I still don't know why I need to make. Maybe I should just use append instead of this plus thing. Maybe it's because I'm concatenating, or not concatenating, but doing whatever. And okay, so now let's try making it like a string. Okay, now I guess it appended it normally. Okay. So that might be a fix right there. We might have fixed it. Let's bring it all home here. Alright, now let's also put it to 0 to test if that works. Alright, it must be, okay. So, moment of truth here, moment of truth, dot append. This could fix it. I'm not gonna absolutely get my hope up, but so now let's make it 12. And then let's first of all return the list just so we can look at it. Okay, so they're not separate things anymore. Oh, we might have just fixed it. Oh boy. Join. This could be it. Oh boy. Run the test. Oh, what? Okay. Six and seven are not working. Number pattern should return argument must be an integer value when it's not an integer. Okay. Argument must be an integer value. It did. What's going wrong now? Oh my golly gosh. I figured it out. Oh my goodness. I swear. I need to put a period here and a period here. Run the tests. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was it. I mean, I guess that's an important lesson to learn, because in coding it's very important that you get everything exactly right. Perfectly exactly right. Okay. Oh my lord. We did it. Oh. I'm so happy. I'm even happier because the part that I solved, not only did I learn all that stuff about the AI and the AI gave me like insight, but then the later parts that I solved were even more difficult. And I successfully went back and found the proper like syntax and stuff on my own. And I not only did I not use AI, I didn't even Google it either. I didn't use Google or any sort of search engine. Goodness gracious, I can't believe it. I am so happy. I'm going to sleep on this high. I'm not, because what time is it? It's like 3:38. I managed to do it before 4 o'clock. I'm going to get to bed before 4 o'clock. Holy moly, that's fantastic. And tomorrow it'll be easy street for a minute. We just do some reviews and do that quiz. And then it's reading. Actually, that kind of sucks. I want to at least do actual coding tomorrow. I mean, if I'm just reading about coding, I consider that doing coding, even if I'm not explicitly. Oh my gosh. Holy moly. Oh no, I just realized that this whole time I was in the just a moment screen. Oh no. Okay. Holy. Oh, that's awful. Okay, well, at least I talked through it. I was talking a lot. Oh man. That's a damn shame. No, you know what? I'll redo the entire thing. That's what I'm gonna do, because I'll learn more that way. That is awful. No, that's not even necessary, I don't think. I think there'll be more information later. Okay. Whatever. I talked a lot the whole time, even if I didn't show my screen the entire time. That is such a damn shame. That is awful. Well, basically, the solution turned out to be that oh boy. What is it? I basically... I basically made a list, and then it turned out that rather than using the rather than using the advanced operator, where I was like basically doing the plus equals, I instead had to append the strings to the list. I made a list and then I appended the strings onto it, and then I don't even know how long I wasn't showing my screen. See, because this is also like, these are videos I want to look back on at some point. Yeah, you know what, I might just redo the whole thing tomorrow, because it won't be that hard, and it'll reinforce everything I learned. Yeah, just so it can like not only show what I did, but like it'll be good practice. It was fun, so I'm gonna do it again. And actually, that'll be good, because if I can remember everything, I'm looking at this positively. It was good that I did that, because now it forces me to, like, repeat all of the things that I learned to show to prove to myself more than anything that I actually learned all of that stuff. And because if I can't redo this, that means it all just slipped out of my head. and this whole thing was a waste of time. So I'm redoing it tomorrow. I've made my decision and I'm happy about it. Anyway, I gotta pay more attention too. But it's good to learn in situations like this too. Like at least I had this experience again where I didn't switch back to my monitor display, because I've done that before as well. And every single time I make that mistake, the more I'm going to become a little bit more attentive and not do it again. But yeah, that sucks. This video got like screwed a little bit. Anyway, I'm going to bed now. I had a great time. Everything went well. We just had a little bit of some hiccups there, but all is well. We're just doing it again. Okay, and so long, goodbye, peace and love.